see you.
It is nice to see you, Kevin
It is
Pereira.
great to see you, Candace Bailey.
Thank you.
Always an honor.
I am Candace Bailey.
Yes, you are.
That's right. We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles. On the show today, the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, muppetational guest ever, Jason Segel's here live.
It's quite the build-up to just say Jason Segel.
I know. And Blair Herter returns to the LA Auto Show to get all wrapped up over fancy new Porsches and Jaguars.
Oh.
Wow.
You know it's a special event because he threw on a hoodie. Plus, Gadget Prawn continues the holiday gift guide with the Nook from Barnes & Noble. Remember them? Your parents do. The battery lasts up to 11.5 hours. But is that enough time to finish reading Game of Thrones? We'll find out. You know, they made books out of that series. Yeah. Then Chris Gore stops by to tell us about our idiot brother, Tucker and Dale versus Evil in 30 minutes or less. And hopefully he does that in 5 minutes or less, because that's a whole lot of Chris Gore if he doesn't. Yeah, we'll keep it quick.
Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
We're going around the net. Video features 2 elderly women, and these ladies are encountering a rare and unique piece of technology known as the escalator.
Apparently, for the first time.
Bend down and help her. Just let nature and physics take their course. Eventually your corpse will hit the top of the escalator and you're fine. She'll just roll on into a brookstone or something, whatever's up there.
You are a horrible person. Yeah, I was at the airport not too long ago, coming back from Alabama, and there was this dirty old man in front of me on the escalator. And I'll tell you why he was dirty in a second. But he was a dirty old man.
This story's a 2-parter. Okay.
It is. He was on the escalator in front of me, and he had his bag down, and he was just standing there, and when it got to the bottom, he just stood there and fell back on me and my bag and broke my bag and everything inside of it. And normally I would have been like, oh my God, this poor old man, I have to help him.
But why was he a dirty old man? Is that what factored into this?
Yes, because I was looking at him the whole time on the escalator thinking, you are a dirty old man. And then this happened, and I was like, oh. But he wasn't hurt, so it's okay. But he was
what did you do to determine he was dirty?
I'm telling you. Let me tell the story. So we were on the airplane, and he was in the row in front of me, and this guy was like 80 years old, and he was hitting on this woman next to him who was probably in her like early 60s.
Hot.
Early 60s. I'm not gonna say she was hot.
I mean, for him, that's a 20-year gap. That's pretty good.
And she told him, "I'm married," and showed her ring. Cut to midway through the flight, they are making out.
Yes.
Dirty old man. Dirty. Anyways, there's that story. And at number 4 today, a new video from the game everyone seems to be playing, Skyrim.
Yeah. Are we all done with that? We're all done with that story, right? Okay.
I thought you didn't seem interested in it anymore.
No,
so
I was here. I just, it takes 2 to tango. Why is he the dirty old man? I mean, she's a dirty
slut. She is. She is. It's the truth. That woman is married.
All right. Skyrim, right? Yeah, Skyrim. Yesterday, we brought you an amazing bow and arrow trick shot, but today's offering is a lot creepier.
Turns out you can pick up and move just about anything in the game.
Which led to one player creating a home that Hannibal Lecter would be very, very proud of.
That is a creepy dungeon.
The Nancy Grace of Skyrim is going to go ballistic. That's what's going to happen there.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Do you have any stories about old men collecting heads on a shelf? Or,
As a matter of fact, I don't, y'all.
All right. That's worth a try. Today's number 3 is, well, it's a very enjoyable car accident, but which ones aren't, right?
And if you're thinking it's another case of women on wheels, let me tell you, this is definitely 2 dudes.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
Let's see how stupid these guys are. All right, the biker. And yep, knew that was coming.
Dumb. And all that remained were 2 sad, crushed phalluses.
Yeah. Are you talking about the Corvettes themselves or the driver's genitals? Which one?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Today's number 2 item comes to us from Albuquerque, New Mexico's KRQE News Team.
Oh, we love the KRQE News Team around here. They're really hardworking TV journalists. And they've uncovered a shocking and dangerous threat to your children. It's an internet meme.
The character known as Pet-a-Bear has recently popped up in the city, and authorities say parents need to be on guard.
Kim, Pet-a-Bear is a cartoon that on the internet swipes children and molests them. Now, it has quite the following among certain cartoon enthusiasts, but law enforcement is worried that pedophiles are hiding behind the cartoon and victimizing children. This is Pet-a-Bear. What started as a popular Japanese cartoon is now a symbol for unthinkable crimes against children. He can be placed in children's games to attract them to pedophiles' websites. The New Mexico Attorney General's Internet Crimes Against Children's Unit has received reports this month about the sticker being seen on 2 cars in Albuquerque. There's even a shop that makes those stickers in Las Cruces. Pedophiles have been known to buy the costume of the bear and then wear them to get close to kids, doing such things as handing out candy.
Come on, really? That, right there, honestly, that clip explains so much about the current state of journalism in this country.
People! Pet-a-Bear is an internet joke,
Yes.
not a real thing. Except maybe at Comic-Con and Dragon Con.
That is true. But next they're going to air an expose about how people have started feeding their cats cheeseburgers. So you be on the lookout.
Or a startling look at the new airborne disease, troll face.
No. I don't know they got a clear shot of it. You should give them a little more troll face. You've got to recreate. That was beautiful. We're going to have you do a series of rage faces for this show.
Oh, I can't wait, when?
Yeah. Well, but we'll start them tomorrow or something like that. We'll
Yes,
do it.
tomorrow,
Give us
y'all.
give us a rage face. Oh my God. I
My
love
mommy
you.
tells me I'm pretty.
Yeah, oh, good. I'm glad someone does. Still ahead, Deer Gone Wild. It's true.
It's an interspecies romance and a number 1 ATM.
Oh, they're very excited for the deer video.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Nice rage face.
Number 1 is the oldest story in the book. A young, attractive woman, a young gentleman, even a camera to capture the moment.
Yes, and a horny young deer.
A what?
I just turned around and there's a deer behind me.
Take a picture. Oh my God, it's a pet.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I got it! It's gonna start humping. It's gonna hump you. It's gonna. What is going on? This is getting weird. Oh, this is awkward. He's pissed. We gotta go. We gotta go.
No, he will mount your Kita.
Oh, that's great.
I've seen it.
But
Done it.
unfortunately, that's not the only deer humping home video on the internet.
I think you mean fortunately that's not the only
No.
deer. What?
No. Wow. Who knew a salt lick could be so much fun?
Oh man, this is awkward.
Handsome.
Oh no.
Survive.
Oh, this is so awkward. Oh my.
Hey, like it there, huh?
Oh, it's gonna start humping you. Oh, this is getting weird.
The Nook Tablet is here. Access to Barnes & Noble's massive library is now at your fingertips. Its Vivid View 7-inch touchscreen is the world's most advanced yet. With 16 gigs of storage and a battery that lasts up to 11.5 hours, the Nook Tablet is everything you need to be entertained. The Nook Tablet can be yours for $249. It's day 2 of holiday. What are you laughing at?
Some viewer out there is very angry that we cut away from the deer video so soon. It'll end up on the Twitter wall. You'll see. Day 2 of what?
Day 2 of holiday prawn advice.
Of course it is.
And we're here to sift through the growing market of tablets.
Calm down, everybody. We're gonna get through this. I know you're all very excited, but it's tablets.
Barnes & Noble's latest offering is the Nook Tablet, and at $249, it won't hit your wallet like a lot of other tablets. What'd you think?
It's nice. The outside is relatively unchanged from the Nook color, but thank you so much.
You're welcome
You share so
much.
well.
I'm such a good sharer.
You were raised in a good family.
I know.
There are 4 physical buttons on this. You got power, volume up, volume down, of course. What a concept. A home button in the shape of the Nook logo. And then it's got this loop and kind of a hard edge. I don't know if it's for dangling Japanese ornaments from, like those little
I imagine
keychain
that's
things.
exactly
Or maybe
what
it's
it's
just
for.
very pretentious. Oh, I'm reading my Nook. Ooh, yeah, read some periodicals.
But you
Yes.
can't grab it
Only grab it
One
by
at a time.
by the hook. I'm not a fan of it, but whatever. It's at least they made a choice. Might be the wrong one, but they made
did.
one.
I like
The
it.
back is rubber, which is great for the grip. It weighs virtually the same as the Kindle Fire from yesterday. It's a bit larger, though, and so as a result, it doesn't feel as dense in your hand.
That's very true.
It also has 16 gigs of storage. It's expandable as well, thanks to a micro SD slot hidden behind the loop
Yay!
pretension.
Look at it. Now, we like the screen on the Kindle Fire yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is the same size and resolution, so was it just as good?
You would think it would be just as good. With that, it's actually better. What?
Shut the front door.
I can't shut the front
Oh
door
my
because the
gosh.
truth is in the way. It's Tuesday, right? Here's the thing. The screen's better. It was noticeable, especially when streaming video on Netflix. The screen has a 7-inch IPS, that's in-plane switching display, which means viewing angles are just as great on this. And hey, watch this. This is old Batman's ode to downsizing and exporting American manufacturing jobs. You know the movie I'm talking about, right? In my opinion, the Nook really brings out the best in
looks
Michael
better.
Keaton, as you can see. And
Michael
this is the
Keaton's
best
so
way to
hot.
experience 2 Michael Keatons. If you can handle 4 Michael Keatons, you should watch Multiplicity, which, if we were rating Multiplicity, 5 out of 5. But I digress. The point is, the color looked better on the Nook, and the contrast was richer. So that's what we
I
were trying
agree.
to say 5
It
minutes
looks
ago.
very nice.
The Fire overall has a cooler color temp, so keep that in mind.
Okay, now, this has but twice the RAM and storage of the Fire. How was the experience?
Pretty great. Barnes & Noble's UI, it can feel a little more constrictive than the Amazon interface. Web browsing on here felt as fast as it did on the Kindle. The overall layout is very similar, except your recent items, as you can see, are on the bottom there. Those are 2 magazines recently read. On the Fire, they're stored up top. Oh, what's the
like
world
the
coming to?
opposite.
Where's the consistency? There is a home screen that you can place all your favorite apps there, but you can sort of pile the icons on top of each other. It's not entirely user-friendly, so you can literally, I know that if I gave this to my father, he'd be, oh, put my Pandora where my Netflix should be, and then it's a 4-hour phone call where he complains about diabetes and asks me why his desktop's so cluttered.
Oh, your dad.
Gotta love him. But the focus is really on reading with this device. There are even shortcuts to get back to whatever you were reading immediately from any screen. So you can be in a music player or a Netflix, wherever you
Just
are.
tap it?
Hit a button, you go right back to the
Nice,
page
I
you
like
were
it.
on. And you can access the store right from the bottom of the screen as well.
Now, how did it compare with the Fire as far as the content was concerned?
Well, Barnes & Noble's reading library is bigger than Amazon's. That is just the case. And while you're inside of Barnes & Noble stores, they still have those. You can read any book that they carry.
But-
You'll also be dodging a wrecking ball because that store you're in is foreclosing any second.
But you can also just read a book. in a Barnes & Noble store.
Do they still have books in Barnes & Nobles?
Shut
I thought it was all
up.
like coffee and like easy listening CDs now.
It is coffee too.
Yeah, no, they're closing down. Stay out of them. As far as video content is concerned, Nook has partnered with Netflix and Hulu Plus to make sure that their apps are well integrated, which they are. And the Nook App Store is curated like the Amazon app, but it's currently much more limited, so keep that in mind.
Okay, let's talk battery life.
By the way, love the Barnes & Nobles. I do love them, and they're clearly taking the right steps here because they know the brick and mortar thing is going away.
Battery life.
Ah, what about it?
We were impressed with it yesterday.
We were impressed.
How
You
does this
speak
compare?
for both of us. Barnes & Noble says you're going to get about 9 hours of video out of the Nook tablet.
Nice.
And while we didn't have the Nook as long as we had the Fire, we only charged it once. So there you go. And the battery level appeared to drop a lot slower than the Fire. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, you can have the Nook tablet for $249 from Barnes & Noble. That's $49 more than the Fire.
That is true.
What are we rating it?
4 out of 5, everybody! It's a great tablet. It's twice the storage capacity and RAM for only $50 more. It does suffer a bit from the Nook UI and the poor app selection, though, so we got to point that out.
All right, well, we gave the Fire a 4 out of 5 as well.
We did, yeah.
Which one, how do we know which one to buy?
Well, here's the thing. Barnes & Noble made better
More money?
hardware. Amazon made a better UI, and they have a better media selection. So if the performance is better for you, maybe you're going to unlock it or something like that. Spend the extra $50.
And what if I
not,
just want this to dangle from?
I mean, you got to... That's worth the $50 right there.
Okay, all
the
right.
ability to dangle.
Thanks, Kev.
Yep.
Starting January 10th, AOTS brings you 2 days of live coverage from CES.
That's insane.
It's true.
Insane.
It's the truth.
CES is where you're going to see all the things that make your current gadgets woefully obsolete. So, of course, you're going to want to watch that. They're actually going with 5-dimensional TVs this year. Yeah, total lie.
Visit g4tv.com/CES for details.
Still ahead, Wi-Fi might be bad for your balls. It's true. Genital correspondent Sarah Underwood has all the details. In the feed.
She seems excited about that.
Then Chris Gore brings laughter into our lives with reviews of 30 Minutes or Less and Our Idiot Brother.
And later, Jason Segel will be here live. Hopefully he brought along some Muppets. This young lady is about to ride a mechanical bull. So, what happens next? Does she get bucked off the back? Does she get launched into the crowd? Or does she get knocked out by the bull? Find out when we return. I will punch you in the boob. I can't help it. You will take it. Good punch.
Game night is infected. Boring.
This young lady is about to ride a mechanical bull. So, what happens next? Does she get bucked off the back? Does she get launched into the crowd? Or does she get knocked out by the bull? Fail rodeo is my favorite kind of rodeo. Yeehaw! You know, you could go out looking for news, or you could have it brought to you by Sarah Underwood.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally your decision, whatever you want to do.
We know what you're gonna pick.
You picked me! Yay! It's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know.
It's Tuesday, November 29th, and here are your top stories. Elvis Costello is fighting back against his money-grubbing music label with a simple message: steal this record. In response to the over $200 price tag that his label is charging for his new collector's set, he's encouraging fans to buy the new Louis Armstrong box set because it's cheaper and, quote, vastly superior. He also said that if you want his box set, you should either wait for the price to go down or get it by unconventional means.
Wow.
Awesome. My guess is that his corporate overlords are not amused. Hey, WoW fans, been waiting for the hour of Twilight patch? Well, now it's live, and thankfully Sparkle Vampire free. The third patch for Cataclysm includes a slew of improvements: a raid finder, the ability to customize the look of your character's weapons and armor, and Dragon Soul 10 and 25-person raids, which Blizzard promises won't disappoint. But for more on the Hour of Twilight patch, head to g4tv.com. And finally, if you're using your laptop to find material for choking your chicken, you might want to think twice about putting that thing near your junk. A new report is saying that a Wi-Fi connected laptop situated near one's man purse may result in decreased fertility. After putting healthy sperm under a laptop running Wi-Fi for only a few hours, researchers found that the Wi-Fi exposed swimmers showed a notable decrease in motility, meaning they were less capable of locating and fertilizing an egg. They said more research is needed to verify the results, but for now you should probably just go with that old copy of Debbie Does Dallas. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Now over to you guys.
Very informative. Thank you. Blair Herter spent a lot of time at the LA Auto Show getting his grubby fingerprints on concept cars from all over the world.
Yeah, he's got everything from Porsches to Jaguars and a lightweight Mexican car that we think is made from tortillas, actually. Truly.
I'm a giving person. Just ask the homeless guy outside of my building that's constantly asking me for meth. And that's why I'm back at the LA Auto Show 2011 to show you some cars that straight up rock. I like a lot of things from Mexico. Burritos, football, the word go. But in 2012, you can add Mastretta's MXT to that list. Developed by brothers Daniel and Carlos Mastretta, the MXT features a very Lotus-like appearance with a low aggressive front end. A mix of carbon fiber and lightweight aluminum parts make this car very light on its feet at just over 2,000 pounds. And if you really want to release your inner Speedy Gonzalez, because the car's from Mexico, that engine right there will do it for you. Under the hood is a 2-liter Ford Duratec 4-cylinder engine. With the addition of a turbocharger, it churns out a respectable 250 horsepower and 257 pound-foot of torque. It can hit 0 to 60 in just 4.9 seconds and hits a top speed of close to 150 miles an hour. So I don't really know how to convert dollars to pesos, but I do know if you want to buy one of these things, it's going to set you back about 60 grand. And Mastretta hopes to have these things out on the streets sometime next year. So Jaguar said, we have a lot of money, we like concepts. Those two ideas had sex. The baby was a CX-16. The CX-16, though still a concept, tells us where Jaguar is heading in the very near future. The front end is super aggressive, though still retains the signature Jag look. Quad exhaust tips accent the rear of the vehicle, along with side rocker panels and a sloping rear roofline. Gonna let you in on a little trade secret. A lot of concept cars don't have engines inside of them. Not this one, though. This hot concept supercharged V6 pushes out about 375 horsepower connected to an 8-speed transmission. This Jag is also a hybrid that can travel 50 miles on electric alone. And if the guy in front of you is going just a little too slow, Jaguar has equipped its push-to-pass button right there on the steering wheel, giving you a ridiculous 95 horsepower boost. If Jaguar ever decides to make this thing see the light of day, it's going to set you back about $107,000, which is pretty much what it would cost to buy 2 children on the black market, or so I'm told. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the LA Auto Show, the world premiere of the Panamera GTS. Introducing, for the very first time, the all-new Porsche Panamera GTS. Featuring GTS badging and the sleek good looks we've come to love from the Panamera, the GTS raises the bar in every way. They call it the GTS for a reason, because of this engine. This new Panamera has a V8 engine pumping out 430 horsepower and 384 pound-foot of torque. 0 to 60 is an incredible 4.3 seconds, and this car has a top speed of 179 miles an hour. All this connected to the paddle shift DPK transmission. I love Porsche. I know you love Porsche, but let's be honest, neither one of us can afford this car. But if we can somehow collaborate and put together $129,000, we can carpool to work. Well, that is it from the 2011 LA Auto Show. I've seen a lot of things, but I'm only left with one thought. There are so many cars here that I need to steal.
Thanks, Blair. Look for cars at stores near you in the future. And now it's time for DVD Tuesday. film expert, Chris Gore.
Thank you. Thank you, folks.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. Thanks for coming. What's up first?
First, we have 30 minutes or less.
Okay, funny cast, talented director. What's not to love?
Well, I wish the running time were 30 minutes or less on this thing. I mean, I love all the actors in this movie.
Okay.
Really, I mean, they're all
why are you being a hater?
Incredible talents. It's the script. The premise for the script of this thing is just so dumb. I feel like the material's
silly.
kind of, yes, it's silly, but
you
come
liked
on.
Birdemic.
Okay, fair point.
Thank you.
Candace, fair point. However, that one intended to be bad. I believe that one intended to be bad. This one, it's sort of bad accidentally, but not in a good way. There's such a thing as a good bad movie, which Birdemic is. This one, all I could think was, I could take that vest off, that's lame, and it's basically these criminals are too lazy to pull the bank robbery themselves, so they get Jesse Eisenberg and Aziz Ansari to do it for them. It's just not, I didn't like any of the characters.
I thought it was kind of funny.
You thought it was funny?
I did, but I'm not surprised that we disagree.
It's just, and I like vile humor, too. It's like vulgar, some of it's vulgar.
Yes.
There was nudity.
Yeah?
Look on the plus side. It just didn't hold up. Just didn't hold up for me.
All right, what's the bottom line?
Pass. Pass for me.
But if my name were Chris Gore, I would be calling it a rent.
Okay. Well, all right. I think it's a fair point. I think it's fair.
All right, what else do you have to check out?
Our Idiot Brother.
Okay, seeing as how Zooey Deschanel makes out with Rashida Jones in this film, I'm guessing you like this one more than 30 minutes or less?
Yeah, no problem with that. But what it's great, it's Paul Rudd's best movie. I mean, next to I Love You Man.
Really?
It's awesome. Next to I Love You Man, Paul Rudd's best film. There's a great conversation he has about watching Dune. The sleeper must awaken. In fact, they're doing Dune references in it. And the whole thing, here's why you would like it.
I don't know what you're talking
Here's why that's perfectly fine, but here's why you would like it, Candace. It's really about his relationship with his three sisters, and they're all having relationship problems.
Do you think I like relationship problems?
Well, wait a second. Girls tend to use the word relationship a lot more than men. This is the first time I've said it in a long time. I'm just saying, it's all about his sister's relationship problems, and he kind of solves them by telling the truth. He's the one guy in the room that tells the truth and gets him in trouble, kind of like me on this show sometimes. You tell the truth, it's going to get you in trouble.
Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is buy it. I watched it 3 times.
You've watched that 3 times?
3 times.
And you didn't get tired of it yet?
Take it home, watch it next week, and then tell me what you thought.
Okay, I will. It's a deal.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
what's our next DVD?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Now, Tyler Labine came on the show a while back and was really, really proud about this film, but talked about how nobody would release it. So it's nice to see that somebody finally did.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this movie, it's more of a comedy than it is a horror movie, although the gruesome accidental deaths in this are hilarious. It has the best person being ground in a wood chipper scene this year that I've seen. And it's the whole...
How many of those have you seen?
Well, pretty much this one. But
Okay.
what's great is it's really about these 2 guys that are from the South. They always get blamed for all of these deaths that happen because they're the creepy guys with the Southern accents in the woods. So they always get blamed for the deaths of usually the dumb college kids that are coming there to have fun. And it's got a sweet, creamy center that's also bloody.
I don't know what that means. What does that
I mean that in a good way. It's as much a comedy as a horror film, and if you like both of those. And it plays on cliches in horror, which I really enjoy.
Okay, all right. What's the bottom line?
Rent it. In fact, don't miss it. One of my favorites.
All right, I'm pretty sure we have time for a quick pick.
We do? Okay, well, here's one you'll probably like. Friends with Benefits. I know, shocking, but it's a genre. This is definitely fiction because we know Friends with Benefits is a myth and a fairy tale, but this is the best of those because the sex in it's pretty good. I think you would like it. So now you have 2 movies to watch. That's 2 movies for you.
Thank you, Chris.
Cool.
Oh, and before we go, you just launched your own podcast, right?
Yes, I have. The show is called Pod Crash with that Chris Gore. And the premise is I'm too lazy to do a podcast, so I just go on other people's podcasts. And I play the audio of me on all these different types of podcasts, and you can get it on iTunes and Stitcher and all that stuff.
All right, congrats. All right.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Let's go over to Kevin.
Thank you, guys. Hey, on tonight's Bomb Patrol Afghanistan, the team responds to calls that might end up being an ambush.
That is the area that's in question right now. I got it. Oh, God. There goes a robot. Yeah. Damn. Quick.
This is hurting my brain.
Oh, is.
It's our guy. I'm gonna get out.
Watch out.
Don't miss an all-new Bomb Patrol Afghanistan tonight at 10 p.m. on G4.
And head on over to g4tv.com/bomb patrol for more info on bombs and patrolling in Afghanistan.
That's right.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Jason Segel will be here live.
I'm gonna ask him questions about movies.
And the Muppets.
Maybe movies that he's in.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Good. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
Guest movie features 800 times more felt than your typical Hollywood fare.
I don't see a doorbell, and the house looks empty.
Gary, throw me over.
What?
Gary, just throw me over already.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
1,
Okay,
2, 3.
Yep. That's good. Oh, good.
Sorry.
No, it's
Guys,
good.
I think that's an electric fence.
Mary, it's Kermit the Frog.
Okay, buddy, head down. 1,
2, 3.
It's an electric fence.
Yep.
Best electrocution since the Green Mile. I'm just saying. Wow. Jason Segel, everybody! He's here. We're chatting.
Sit down, everybody.
That was,
Sit down. This is amazing.
No, they're big fans, good sir,
The studio
as
is
am I.
packed.
Yeah,
I can't
it really
believe
is.
it.
Too big deal. People are on the rafters for you.
It's
A
unbelievable.
whole 17 people have packed our shoebox of a studio.
I know. It's amazing.
For here. No, that was so. This is truly a dream project for you, right? This is something that you wanted to do, you went out to do, and somehow in this crazy Hollywood world, you actually got it made.
Yeah, literally my list of childhood dreams, an actual list, not hyperbole, was work with the Muppets, be on David Letterman, which this is close.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And then host Saturday
I've
Night
slept
Live.
with an intern too. Yeah, it's pretty close.
I did them all last week.
Congratulations!
It was like the best week ever. Yeah.
Well, and you were fantastic on SNL as well.
That was super fun. Yeah, it was. I feel like it's kind of a marker in your career. Like you've done SNL. It was terrifying, but it was like the best night of my life.
So then now, do you just begin extreme depression and alcoholism, or what do you
begin?
just ramp it up.
I was ready because there's a big adrenaline drop after SNL. You've been like building up to it. You know, the night ends like 8 a.m. But all that kept occurring to me was that I was going to be here on Attack of the Show.
That's it. Yeah.
So I really.
And so you're still riding that wave. Still riding that wave.
This is the big one.
Yeah, and then so after the only way to top this is what, like a college radio tour at 3 a.m.
Yes,
right?
which starts tomorrow.
There we go. When do you rest? I mean, you don't rest at all, right? I mean, you're going right from this to another feature theoretically.
Yeah, I work a lot. I'm much better working than I am with time on my hands.
What happens when you have time on your hands?
I play with puppets alone in my house. I mean, honestly, like, thank God it's my job now. There was a time when I was just the creepy single dude with puppets in his house.
And now you can justify it. Now you have the movie poster. Do you really have a bunch of Muppets lying around?
Yeah, I have a ton.
Really?
Since I was a kid, yeah. I started making short films when I was like 14, 15 years old, right when like the digital revolution started with Apple and all that stuff. And I had no actor friends because I was an athlete. So I bought a bunch of toy store puppets to make short films with, just to learn how to like use the camera and edit. And I just fell in love with them. They'll do whatever you want. And they have working mouths.
And are you? So do real dolls, but we don't normally collect them and leave them littering around the living room.
You don't.
True. But isn't that weird to see? Because like normal teddy bears, they look like a teddy bear when they're not in use. But Muppets, don't they kind of just awkwardly hang like?
And one of them, I was lucky enough. The biggest honor is the Muppets made a Jason Segel Muppet, which is in the film. When I look in the mirror,
did you get any? Yeah, that's a big deal. Did you get any say on how it would look? Or?
It looks like me and Jay Leno had a baby. It's like me with a gigantic chin. But I have it in my house, and that is by far the creepiest one because I keep it in my living room, sitting on a chair, and it's also it's remote controlled.
Oh, really?
So sometimes when people come over, I leave the room, and then I have the Muppet talk to them.
No, you don't.
And that's when I seem super weird.
Awesome, yeah. That's the turning point.
It is.
That's when they run.
Yeah, theoretically.
Theoretically. You joined Twitter back in November. Already you've got 4 billion followers. You're the new Bieber. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was my
and you're
goal.
using Twitter for what it was truly designed for, which is arguing with random folks on the internet about sandwiches versus burritos.
Okay, so this Muppets train of promotion is coming to an end.
Right.
I don't have to keep saying how amazing The Muppets is. It was just voted the best movie of all time by International Film Magazine.
Congratulations.
That's not a real magazine, guys.
It is now.
It's not a real magazine.
High honors.
That's not a real credit.
No, they have those little leaves on the side of it. That makes it official.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
fine.
No, but people love it, love it, love it. Thank goodness. There's an intrinsic love for the Muppets that I believed in from the beginning, and that seems to be how people have responded.
So the Muppet stuff, awesome. Why are you arguing with people on the internet about burritos and sandwiches?
Because I finally had the opportunity to say what I've been really thinking about. And I have been wanting to say for a long time the top 5 sandwiches are the grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
The BLT.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you.
Yeah. The tuna melt.
All right. Debatable.
The Reuben.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the fifth? What do you
and the PB&J. So you need a sweet sandwich. So then my writing partner, he tweeted back.
Yeah. Don't even mention his name. What a jerk. I already don't like.
He said, but here are the top 5 burritos. And then I made the mistake of saying, well, burritos aren't diverse as sandwiches. They all kind of taste the same.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's them's fighting words even to me.
Hundreds of thousands that night of people just enraged, like, a carne asada burrito is so different than a shrimp burrito.
Breakfast burrito is breakfast in a tortilla.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, guys, I'm just trying to sleep.
I love that you tried to defend it as well, though. You even were like, no, guys, I made a burrito. Look, you posted a photo of you with a burrito.
I made the best burrito of all time.
But yeah, there it is. Which, by the way, are you wearing a Muppet? What is that? What was that?
I forgot that I was wearing that in that picture.
What was that? We're
it was
learning
late
a lot
at night.
about you today.
It is it's a bear onesie.
You put that on before or after you had the mechanical version of yourself talk to the date?
I put it on when I write. As weird as that sounds, and my writing partner hates it. He's like a grown adult married man, and he's like, hey, time for a writing session. Then I come down in like a bear onesie. I'm like, I'm ready too.
Do you have your a bubble pipe and a glitter wand as well?
Sadly, like pretty close, dude.
We're out of time, but I want to.
No!
We're out of time, but I don't care if we float the epic fail. I want to see you have you want to play an angry supervillain in a movie, and you have a supervillain face. And I read this in an interview, but I haven't seen the face. So
it's not a particular face. It's kind of just my face. But I always walk the line between like creepy and like somehow charming, and I err on the charming side. But I'm ready to go for creepy now.
Okay.
It will involve the bear onesie.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't need.
But imagine bear ears.
I got it. We're there. And I'm signing up. Jason, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And congrats on all the success. Good stuff.
Go see the Muppets.
They're going to see it again. Jason Segel, everybody. And he said it best. Go see the Muppets now. Stick around. Galactopedia will tell us all how the sun won't kill us for now. And there's some space stuff, too. You'll see it.
Best interview ever.
What you got on right now?
I got nothing on, baby. What you got on right now?
I forgot.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. We turn Grace Helbig loose in the Wired store, where she uncovers electric marvels like an iPod dock made out of an 8-foot tree. Then stuntman and freerunner Damian Walters defies gravity and safety regulations on Adrenaline Junkies. And our holiday gift guide continues when we review the Samsung Galaxy 7.0 Plus. Will it kick the Kindle Fire's ass? Find out in Gadgetron. See it tomorrow. Space, the final frontier, and home to crazy stuff like solar storms, Mars, and the movie Space Jam. 2012 is just around the corner, and much like the Y2K scare of yore, the Earth will not come to a Mayan demise in 2012. And if it does, it won't be solar storms that cause it. In this video NASA recently put out, heliophysicist Alex Young explains how the Earth's thick atmosphere protects us from any harmful effects solar storms might have on the planet. He explains that even in the event of a large solar flare, it takes days for solar winds to reach our planet, and the sophisticated equipment we have monitoring the sun will have us prepared well in advance. At most, a satellite or power grid would be tweaked, and maybe we'd get to see an extra pretty aurora. The only time a coronal mass ejection will engulf the Earth is in a disaster movie. So go see Solar Storm in 2012 starring a tween vampire. Speaking of auroras, the astronauts on the International Space Station have been getting some major viral attention recently from the aurora photos they have captured while in orbit. The Crew Earth Observations team at the Johnson Space Center have created these amazing videos from series of stills that were taken from an observational window also known as the Wharf. I'd like to make a Star Trek joke right now, but resistance is futile. The photos don't just come out looking this majestic. The astronauts are trained in photography and use a variety of cameras, techniques, and film. And the pictures themselves are used for more than just screensavers. Astronauts can sometimes document geological, environmental, and weather phenomena in real time better than instruments can. But then again, how can you take a bad picture from space? Hopefully we can get even more spectacular photos as NASA's Mars Science Laboratory approaches the Red Planet. The Mars rover Curiosity launched this past Saturday and is now en route to the Martian planet. Curiosity is equipped with 10 scientific instruments designed to analyze whether Mars's environment could have supported microbial life. The rover is outfitted with a laser that can cut into rock to release gases. It will then take in this data and transmit it back to Earth. Scientists can then make determinations about what environments can and cannot support life. Talk about some space age, but I guess we'd hope that it could do that for $2.5 billion. Oh, space. So infinite, so vast, so science fiction-y. What will we explore next?
What a show!
Thank you to
Jason Segel is here.
Chris Gore,
I love him.
Sarah Underwood, and Blair Herter.
Before we go, We Love G4 TV has a Twitter wall request for you.
Okay. Candace, read this to you. I'm making the troll face.
All right, for the folks at home, we got about 12 seconds remaining in the program. I'm just gonna let her do that for till just troll faces. Yeah. Oh my God. Ray Trace. No, that's.